You thought Batwoman killing Bruce Wayne in Crisis on Infinite Earths was bad. You thought Batwoman letting countless criminals go, including her own psychopath sister that has murdered dozens of people over the course of Batwoman Season 1, was bad. You thought that the freaking crappy politics that the show keeps on pushing was bad. Nope. This show just committed the cardinal sin, the most absolute cardinal sin in regards to Batman's character. He killed the Joker before the events of Batwoman, and that is the exact reason why Batman had left Gotham for years. He killed Joker, and that's what broke him. Not anything having to do with not being able to save Kate's sister and mother. It was all having to do with him killing the Joker. Now, it's not to say that there can't be a storyline like that where Batman does lose it and does kill somebody, and he is broken from that. There was actually an argument to be made that this could happen realistically, and you could do it in a way that would be very, very respectful to his character. But this is fucking Batwoman. Batwoman has not been respectful to Batman's character at all. In fact, the show goes out of its way most of the time to make Bruce Wayne and Batman look horrible. All the time. Since episode 1. But no, because it's Batwoman, when she does the exact same thing, she has a better job at it, and she's not getting broken because of it. She's going to keep pushing forward, because that's apparently how you respond to breaking Batman's code, is, you know, oh, I killed a guy, whoopsie, not going to do it again. And yeah, just bullshit. So I'm going to read, I took notes of the dialogue in the scene. Okay, and the whole episode is a whole bunch of bullshit, because she keeps doing the exact same thing that she keeps doing in regards to criminals. She keeps letting people go. She keeps, having this like, oh, Richard Alice and shit like that. It's an episode full of bullshit. But this is at the end of the episode. This is episode 17, and this really, really pisses me off to no end. Luke, why didn't you tell me about Cartwright? And if you remember, Cartwright was the guy who kidnapped Beth and turned her into Alice. The main catalyst for all of that bullshit with her. Kate killed him in rage, and has been having, PTSD and stuff about it. She's freaking out about losing her mind and killing a guy again. Something that Bruce Wayne would go through in this situation. Kate goes, honestly, sometimes I feel like you think I'm some infallible hero that makes the right choice every single time. I didn't want to see the look on your face when you realized you were wrong. And that's just so wonderful that you think you're so high and mighty, Kate, considering you abused Luke twice in one episode to get what you wanted, which was also the Batcave. Yeah, she's such a fucking narcissist. I have not seen any real good you have done for the city in Batman's absence, Kate. You have let criminals go on repeat and allowed them to commit more crimes. It's not that you're putting them in Arkham or with the cops and they escape on their own and they escape and you have to try to stop them. It's not that. It's you willingly let them go. You let them go, especially Alice, who, I have to say this again, has killed multiple people. In the dozens at this point in the show. And yes, in the last episode, you did help her in Arkham again. But that doesn't excuse all the bullshit you did all throughout the freaking season, where you have let her go, and you have tried to take her into your flock, but in every instance that you try to do something, she's either tricking you, or she's killing more people and causing more terror to Gotham, and you're not doing anything really to stop it. It's bullshit. And Jesus Christ, you let a person who nearly killed hundreds of people on a municipal train, and hacked the entire city's phones, and threatened blackmail, to the entire city unless they got millions of dollars. You let that chick go and get off with community service because she's gay. You let a freaking guy go who is going around trying to kill people that Alice wants dead because you decide, oh, let's have some freaking slap fist fight with the damn person that I know. Yeah, you have no leg to stand on. If I were in Gotham, I'd be fucking hating Kate Kane. Well, I'd be hating Batwoman. I have nobody, unless you are like the target demographic for the CW. None of us have any reason to root for you. You're a narcissist, you're a horrible person, and you've indirectly gotten people killed. And you have killed a person, granted he did deserve to die. But you killed him in cold blood. You have no leg to stand on. Luke goes, I'm not wrong. But Kate was like, but I broke Batman's code. And then here it comes. Here it comes. Luke, you think you're the only one? Ever wonder why the Joker hasn't reared his head in 5 years? He's not in Arkham, Kate. Both you and Bruce stared into the abyss. The question is, how long are you going to let it stare back at you? Yes, people. Bruce Wayne, the guy who became the Batman specifically to keep people from dying no matter how good or bad, so that way people didn't have to feel what he felt when he watched his parents get gunned down right in front of him. The guy who has never flinched from his morals, ever. Who always stays consistent in his morals, even when it is illogical for him to do so. He snapped and killed the Joker. And this isn't in his Dark Knight Returns thing, where he's darker and more brutal. This is normal Batman. Normal Batman killed the Joker. Let that sink in. This isn't any dark Batman or anything like that. This is just the normal Batman that everybody's accustomed to. He killed the Joker. And are we ever going to get any more context as to what happened? Is it surrounding the context of like Talia al Ghul and Arkham City? I mean, even then, the Batman said that he would save Joker, despite the fact he killed Talia and brought so much. It brought Batman to sickness, basically. He still said he would save him. What is this in the context for? We're probably never going to get answers for this. The only reason that this shit is there is to exonerate Kate. Because, oh, Batman killed, that makes what you did fine. No. Once again, Batman's code, his one rule, is to not kill. That is his rule, and that has always been his rule. Even when he goes into the darker, more brutal aspect of his psyche and things like the Dark Knight Returns, he still holds to that rule. Okay, he does come up against the Joker. The Joker dies, indirectly so, but it's only because the Joker was running around fucking murdering people, not only at a talk show, but at a damn carnival. And the Batman had to track him down. Alright, there's so much stuff that we are not being privy to in terms of information about why Batman killed Joker, what happened with Batman in between, all the stuff that happened with Kate and Beth and their mom, and all the other crime in Gotham City. We still don't have any idea about Commissioner Gordon, or Barbara, or fucking Dick Grayson, or Jason Todd, about all of the other stuff in the Batman mythos. All we get are a bunch of references and wink-wink nods, and that's it. And this is what's supposed to help Kate be a better person and a better crime fighter than Bruce fucking Wayne. Than the Batman. This is all we're given. We're not given any meaningful plot. All the stuff that we have gotten in Batwoman so far in the season is stuff that could have been divided equally amongst 4 seasons. And with the right amount of build-up, you could have made it work. You could have made it work, but it's not, because you bring in a bunch of shit that isn't even from a comic. None of this shit with Batwoman's plot is from a particular comic. This is pure fan fiction. The whole point of this show is pure fan fiction and SJW bashing of Batman's character. Right? And I just watched like a video, it was some black guy's video on The Last of Us Part 2. And one of the things he pulled up was like, if you're complaining about The Last of Us, why are you even caring about it? And he brings up Batwoman as an example. It's like, but the CW's always been garbage. Why are you even caring about this? It's because they're trying to put their name brand stuff onto Batman. They're trying to force stuff onto the Batman's legacy. That's what people are pissed about. People are pissed because they knew the moment Batwoman got announced and the moment we saw trailers that this show was going to be so antithetical to Batman because of what they were doing, not only in the CW-verse, in the Arrowverse, but also through just what they were showing. It didn't look good. It didn't seem like this was taking any actual liberties with the Batman name. They were just throwing it out there. Said, we're going to make a shitty TV show, and we're probably going to fuck some things up. And guess what? They fucked up a ton of shit. That is why people were pissed off when they saw that Batwoman was being made. And, dude, you have 3 mainline things on YouTube going after this show. You have EFAP, J Longbone, and Thorius Unlimited, all in their own unique styles, taking on this horrific abomination of a TV series. This is by far and away the worst written show on TV. And that's a hard thing to come back from, considering that you have stuff like fucking Picard and Discovery on TV right beside it. And other freaking shows from the CW itself, like Riverdale and Crisis Infinite. The people who are behind Batwoman do not care about Batman. And this here, with Batman killing the Joker, is just more evidence of that. They don't care about the Batman mythos. They don't care about Batman's character. They want Kate Kane to do literally whatever she wants, and then if she does something that's bad, we will make up literally whatever plot we can through retcons or some really retarded bullshit to make it seem like she's okay. To make it seem like she's a good person and a great character and an awesome crime fighter that rivals Bruce Wayne, or is in fact better than Batman. Because, you know, apparently she's better than Batman. You're not, bitch. You let countless people die. Countless. There is so much in this show that could have been prevented if your dumbass didn't get involved in anything. Alright, if you had just captured Alice in the second fucking episode like you did when you had the absolute chance to, you know what would have happened. A lot less people would have died. A lot more stuff could have gotten resolved. Alright, imagine it. You take Alice into Arkham, and you start finding out about what happened to her in her childhood after losing her mother and being separated from you and your dad. You know, there's so much that we could have learned about. You could have actually even had some type of redemption arc, something onto that end. Alright, because one of the things of the Batman's like personality is that there are people who are not well mentally. He tries to do what he can. To help them. Even if it's the Joker, quite possibly the most evil motherfucker on the planet in comics. But he was doing whatever he could. He would help people like Victor Freeze, of all people. Because that's Batman's good nature. The whole thing with Batman is, as much as he was a brutal crime fighter, he still had a good nature to him. And everything he did was not only good intention, he did what he could to help make Gotham a better place. He did absolutely what he could. And he would always stick by his values and morals, even when the situation said that you would not need to. It's kind of like Aang in Avatar: The Last Airbender in Season 3, where, you know, he's having It's like the only choice that he is being presented with is to kill Ozai, and he doesn't want to do that because it goes against everything that the monks had taught him, which was to value all life. And Aang didn't want to kill him. And so you had the thing with the lion turtles and the spirit bending to take away a person's bending, and that was one of the big things that helped keep Aang consistent with his, not only his character and his morals, but with, you know, doing what he was still doing what he could to complete his goal, which was to just stop the Fire Lord and the Fire Nation. Okay? But these hack writers, which apparently some of the people who work on this show are people who helped create the new iteration of Batwoman that we got before here. Right? Like Jeff Johns. He's not the one showrunning. He's the executive producer, but the person who's showrunning, Carolyn Breeze, legitimately has no idea what the fuck she's doing. Legitimately has no idea what she's doing. She comes up with bullshit excuses about breaking, how Kate Kane breaking Batman's code is something that was needed for her character. Then you come up with this fucking bullshit that, oh, Batman actually did break his own code, and that's the reason he's been gone for so long. It's such bullshit. It's so much bullshit, man. I am so fucking sick and tired of people just ruining established characters and established IPs to do whatever they want to with them. It's happening in Star Wars, Star Trek, all across Marvel, all across DC, especially in Batman. It's happening with a whole host of things. The fucking Last of Us. There is just so much with this bullshit going around everywhere, and it needs to fucking stop. I am so sick and goddamn tired. I am sick of it. For fuck's sake. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Don't die. See you later. We bat leave.